them some relief and also for carry out education. So we give support to over 600 people within the hotel industry and also the informal economy. We for left for do more, but because of the scarcity of resources, we go cater for them group here so. So we don't do an Africa today. We go do an Kenema, Bo, McKinney, and Putloko. We also do sensitization. Now we don't do Africa. We go Bo, Kenema, and Kono, McKinney, and Putloko. We also try to get another more support from other friendly organizations. So we'll cover other districts then, because then this is our cover not today no more member than they. We will feel and say we discriminate us to others because not reach the. So far now that we intend for do.
You say support. What are the support on the give?
Well, the support we give basically with the type of give like I tell you, some kind of relief and relief related to food items. We dey give rice, we dey give oil, we dey give tomatoes, we dey give salt, we dey give maggi, and we dey give onions. So them people here where I don't talk about within the informal economy and also the hotel.
So now individual target on our groups?
Well, we target individuals because we ask the unions for giving list, they submit the list, and based on that list, they know they do the distribution.
So they talk about money for all this, how much we talk about?
The money will come in the region of about 400. Would they not only relief, would they buy also PPEs? As I don't tell you, we don't buy PPEs, we look at bucket, face masks, hand sanitizers, hand wash liquid. We don't buy paper tissue. We don't also we get for engage the radio at now all the way down there for reach out to all people all over the country to do jingles. So that's what we do.
You say 400
400 million. Yes.
All right. The association them, I just selected on a pick or all association under the union.
In the case of the awareness, everybody need to forget the awareness. So they cover everybody when I remember them. Within a teachers union, hotel union, agriculture union, all the union, they will get about 32 unions. But in the case of the relief, when are food items, now only selected who consider say they had it. When are the informal economy and also the hotel workers.
So how long this kind of support? Now one-off or now one?
Now one-off support we get. Except as I say you, we want to also see how we will also get support from other organizations there. We now friendly organization that they out of this country, we in Europe. Like ILO, also the support we for do awareness raising. We don't do too na free toya. Because you know say the great proportion of the population, where it takes a low population, a great proportion they na free talk. So we do much more awareness raising na free talk. So we don't do ILO programs. ILO say they support with awareness programs. So what as I say, we try to see how we go upline. The ASO don't cover it, will not cover them.
And also reach out to government for support?
Well, we'll not reach out to government because we contemplate for see how we go to government. But let government see what they do now. We don't get support for PPEs, for health workers. We go sooner, we go hand over to the Minister of Health so that we'll give as a way for also protect remember them in terms of PPEs related to hand gloves, related to vehicle buckets, related to hand wash liquid, all that will get for the government.
Well, that na support where the Labour Congress member them we come out from different union them don't go give and that person there will be the talk so in na Max Conte, the Secretary General for the Salon Labour Congress. It be they explain to Alex Lawrence Koroma, but the support we then go give in a rest, oil and all that in them to over 600 Labour Congress members that we come out from different union them. The program where they listen to now midday show where they come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Maybe they bring this edition come to you. My name Nasapti Kalon. Well, with me at the studio now, I don't get two guests them. I get Usman Bangura we na the acting coordinator for the Blind Progressive Organization, Ekaya, for talk about one land where government don't give them, but they need support for develop the land. Good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon to listeners.
Now, ma, not to say, please.
Okay, thank you, ma.
Okay. We also get Ambassador Sheko Foyo, when the chairman for National Youth Summit. And they can talk about International Youth Day. We will be tomorrow, August 12th. Good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, ma. Good afternoon, listeners.
Okay, well, that are the voice of my studio guest. Them any side where they listen, send you message or comment to the number 077 981 981. Well, for start with, I will bring in Usman Bangura. We na the acting coordinator of Blind Progressive Organization. Usman, before we talk about the land issue, start for tell listener them about the Blind Progressive Organization.
Thank you. Good afternoon once more to listeners. Me na Usman Bangura, na una brother. I dey come from Blind Progressive Organization. We base at the rural Kosotan. Blind Progressive about 4 years ago. We see make you form Blind Progressive or get beaucoup things the way they go wrong, especially to we as blind people then.
Like waiting there so.
Well, the main thing we form this organization, one, now about like when they talk about land, we get some difficult but good shelter. We get problem with housing. We get problem with education, every to for we don't pick them. So some of them things in there we come together as blind people. They also need for come together, they do something. Like I say, this organization we don't form for the past 3 to 4 years. We don't do a lot, but good thing we don't do times of picking them, times of colleagues them within the streets. So, but good thing we don't do.
So, like, when you talk about the Blind Progressive, like, who's our state in the country?
Well, we na adi rural Kosotan.
Okay.
Kosotan na adi ude. So na dey we dey do all the activities.
Like, whose kind of activity then so?
First, we form this organization. We focus, we main thing, like I say, about land or shelter, for get access to housing. Okay. Even for rent, it will be get problem. As blind people then, for go meet person say, I want a place for rent me, and then they find it difficult. So, by this organization, we come together, we meet people then, like some of we, na the elders in the organization, we meet people then, so we discuss people then, for see blind people then, not to because you see person here, no they see, you can say, this not going to pay or you not going to take care of my property. So, and also, we get trained and qualified teachers in this organization.
Okay.
Every holiday, we gather, we picking them. And even not to picking them, the people that the picking them within the community. We gather them picking them day during the holiday, we teach them through the holiday for let them not go idle or let them not go do other things.
So when also, the situation of una housing business for una within this organization in that part stay where una day?
Okay, like what they say, most of we na the urban area will be there. So because of the cost of rentage, like what they say, for now we go meet person for women in the parlor, they tell you about $1,000 or they tell you about almost million loans. So because of that, we don't move from this urban, go na the rural. And even the rural, like what they say, most of we be there 2 years. So we not a stranger there and people then be find it difficult. So how me go can rent blind man? Possibly know they see. So you find out see some of them difficulties, then questions, and they make even if you get money, then they fear for rent you. So they find out see most of we blind people there or disabled people then they see they live in the slums or they had to reach a area. So but we don't come together from this organization, we preach to them, we meet them, the hand we get who's landlord, landladies then say, look, not so because this person they see, you not able to take care of the place. Or not so because of this person, they see, they able to pay your rent. So time be done they come, if it's some man, he go don't pay. Because of this place, maybe they meet then dirty block or them also they in bad shape. They take care of that place, they develop and end of the day, landlord or landlady, they pull and they maybe now corner side of the compound na they go put am, maybe
Okay.
by the toilet.
Plenty thank you to you. In case you just tune in, that voice here na Usman Bangura, and in the acting coordinator of the Blind Progressive Organization within the overall area. They don't talk about how it like for them in terms of settlement for housing, business, and idea for a purpose of a land where government don't give them, but they need support for developer. We will come back to you later. We will can't away more about this land where government don't go now. Inside the program, with the show, you can send your message or comment to the number 077 981 981. Maybe the bring this edition come to you. My name na sap to you, Kalon. I go over to my other studio guest, winner Ambassador Sheko Foyo, and in the chairman for the National Youth Summit. They have to talk about the International Youth Day winner tomorrow, August 12. Before we talk about the International Youth Day, we'll start for a look at the organization, the National Youth Summit organization.
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much. The National Youth Summit now an organization we established 2018 for ensure say we get a national voice wherein we're able for like call upon all youth leaders for can serve in different capacity and ensure get a specific event who go make as a traditional event every year at the Wall of Parliament for like discussing we serve as parliamentarians as young people then go for like discuss key issues where they affect them and come up with what to call position paper for like ensure say this position paper how they monitor them for the next 1 year. So specifically since 2018 we will try for like launch an academy and we'll get the first National Youth Leadership Summit Day. And of course 2019 will be hosted at the Wall of Parliament. And of course this 2020 as well we'll get for hosting at the Wall of Parliament.
So looking at the National Voice we talk about waiting on be the role of this organization for make sure say other youths get a voice or partake on issues we get to do it directly with young people and winner youth.
Yeah, first of all we provide leadership for all young people and way they travel international for represent Salon any international conference as long as na youth relative conference. So what we do we as well help the individual for provide for key documents that we need and get a lot of research stuffs them and help out in presentation if at all if they go for represent Salon if you get for the develop presentations. And as well this particular document here would get to know they also left and Salon me particularly they take an ECOWAS text within the two sub-regions them we are in Ghana, Nigeria and Ivory Coast now the ECOWAS headquarter them. So like every year myself can go present with delegation where we can get like 15 delegations where we get of young people in our Salon. We can go to ECOWAS and ensure so we present this particular document here and ECOWAS go to see what young people don't request from the government of Salon and also what young people don't do for the past years them. So meanwhile this particular document here an act with the particularly guide government, more especially the Ministry of Youth and the National Youth Commission and all young partners that with the in terms of the youth sectors for ensure say they able like guide for ensure say they walk on the right direction for young people because we know they also map out challenges by this position paper also can map out success stories witness some of the key things for young people that they achieve for the past years and how young people only feel say then keep their dream alive and ensure say they move Salon from a great platform.
So most of the different because conference here una outside leaders and can for make commitment and sign to treaties. Una we can go now one, but how una can come back, make like young people know say well, una way they represent them. Don't go take part on this and listen for expect.
Yeah, first of all, we also can get community engagement. And this year, like how they do we have host a Freetown, but as well, we forget side events and across the 16 districts of Sierra Leone, where colleagues in the Bo, Kenema, Kailam, Pujom, and rest. So then don't forget side events in other particular provinces there and ensures the link will be live on Zoom for ensure they able for like get the momentum and they participate live. So they know they also tap the engage as well side events when they do in the communities and for ensure they engage them colleagues them pass on the information to them more especially with colleagues in marketing. Of course we don't get a lot of engagement with them and the violence for ensure we all come together and live in a peaceful country.
So looking at the Youth Summit organization, who that team will make up of this organization?
Yeah, now 15 organizations that we come together 2018 where Yakap, meaning the CEO of and founder of Yakap being as well be part of the chairman of the committee. And then we also get a lot of organizations with they on board for ensure so we move the visions of the National Youth Leadership Summit.
When are the inclusiveness in terms of people really under the category of being disabled, but yet they are youth? When are the
Yeah,
inclusiveness
first
of
of all,
them?
I very care of them. So I see my friend I also today, I very much get passion for them, and they also can be a friend of me. So like every year, we also get a session for them. And if you watch on the position paper, a whole segment stay with them, they also then get their own voice, we then can add day. So last year, them we also been requested most government offices are not being friendly to them. So put a lot of advocacy on and say all government offices can get for be friendly, schools can get for be friendly to them, a lot of institutions, a lot of people may make comments, if including with Sierra Leone airports not being look friendly for them. So ensure say okay, put some mechanism in place, talk to count a lot of
On advocacy be yield the expected result.
yes, we like talk with, we get a lot of advocacy, map out them and meet some key institutions like the blind school for ensure so we come together and ensure so map out some schools and for so you know being friendly to them. A lot of us so I've been do a lot of advocacy. Some schools will before like provide cement for ensure say we put an ad in some of them corridors and the rest. So basically we don't they map out key things that we then can do every year at the youth summit. So as well this year so we won't get a lot of them we get for the at the wall of parliament to discuss the issues. And last year and one of the key brilliant questions we then be the act now then be that will become one of the brilliant member of youth last year. So I believe so we'll get one of them back we go as well participate and make a lot of brilliant recommendations then for them.
In case you those are tuning, you dey listen to Ambassador Sheku for your the chairman for National Youth Summit Organization. And therefore to talk about the International Youth Day we go be tomorrow August 12. And again for can talk about waiting get for look at on the youth day we go be tomorrow na salon. The program we dey listen to members in a midday show. Any side we dey listen send your message or comment to the number 077 98198 1. At the come now over to Osman Bangura, we're in at the acting coordinator Blind Progressive Organization. Now the issue about owner don't get a state land now one. How wanna be lobby for get a state land? With now owner be approach, wanna be use.
Okay. Now, like I say, from the then government, when are the APC, now they will be start this advocacy or apply, but we, unfortunately, they can be change of government, so they reverse everything. So they say for re-apply back and apply back. From there, we do all the procedures the way they ask we for do, and we go through the procedures then and end of the day, the end of give we waiting ask although not to wait to ask for then give we,
But the land are for almost family household.
well we in at the organization now we 53. So inside
Individually or family household?
well what you plan now for one for build training centers.
No, I need to talk about on a planet. I want to know almost people of owner within at this part of this blind progressive organization of disabled people.
Yes,
Like
sir.
owner almost we for benefit the 53 ways in individually or family household.
Well now individually.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
almost town lot or acre.
Well now 2.5 acre land.
Okay.
And then give we. So like I say, inside that 2.5 day, out of 50 people or more than 50 people must know a most small land will get forget inside it. So but the small not to in the thing. We appreciate what the government do for us. First of all, I will tell and thank you. Because this now the first in the history of this country. Ever we Salon gain independence. Now the first home this way government of Salon give blind people the state land for home. You not ever get home for blind people. If you not go down the blind schools, they ever see blind people then gather together we go meet like other category of disability like the polio or the amputees. We this now the first in the history of this country for giving state land for
Okay.
home.
Well, plenty thank you to you, Usman. Continue for deal with me inside the program, make the show. We are come back to you. Can tell me under the hand over this land or what wanna plan for doing in terms of utilizing this land well. The program we listen to still na midday show and it come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Any side we listen, send a message or comment to the number 077 981 981. Me we bring this edition come to you this afternoon. My name na Sapti Yukalon. Inside the program now we go for a music break. Music title waiting they happen by MJ and Speedlands. Well, listen to the music and after that we'll come back.
Yeah. Nah.
It's at KCSLmusic.com.
We've been waiting for so long. Plenty things done they go wrong. I said I'm waiting they happen now. But we want know. Say the system don't stronger now. I said I'm waiting they happen now. We want know. Really youths on the tire now. They say things could change, but we still not a hoe. Una don't give it the count, una still only low. Take a look at the industry. If you want fame for gentry, Mboku me funny envy. Now that's on a go can say you know like salon music. Now that's for lekker. If you not happy, your brother. Now that's for help. And it's nothing we be now. We don't blame the government. Why you not sit down and think of your own involvement? If salon for better, now we get for maker. The success there now we are. Now we not full and full foot, so we sit down the watch. Cause this now we own mama land. Oh yeah. I said now waiting they happen now. But we want know. See the system don't stronger now. I said I'm waiting they happen now. We want know. Really youths on the tire now. But good thing them. We want for the axe. But man keep wonder now that for axe. Salon for me, salon for you. It no matter how sad you dey, forget it right, and you party. Cause that difference they not a pay. All I want them we no want see salon in better. I say we swear, all them party we want for see salon they tete. Them all we they swear, all we been waiting for so long. Plenty things done they go wrong. I said I'm waiting they happen now. But we want know. Say the system don't stronger now. I said I'm waiting they happen now. We want know. Really youths on the tire now.
I say na Uber to song you want play so na MJ no put no sabi no play I'm talented artist the effort you neglect guess you no now we all ego affect now no more one for see we pop so the country too slow music not the grow but to stem you take water bucket for water and politics battle and economic and scatter and the only thing we get that we mics our voices so forget about the difference or accents or dialects alone now we young so now yeah for the pictures I get you back you get me back we're moving like a ticket tack or tack the tickets
we've been waiting for so long. Plenty things done they go wrong. I said I'm waiting they happen now. But we want know. See the system don't stronger now. I said I'm waiting they happen now. We want know. Really youths on the tire now. I said I'm waiting they happen now. See the system not stronger now. I said I'm waiting they happen now. We want to really youths on the tire now.
Well, hope say don't enjoy that music today inside the program. Waiting to happen now by MJ and Speedlands. Well, the program they should continue. Send your message or comments to the number 077 981 981. Me with the begin this edition come to you. My name Nasap to you, Kalon. We will look at another issue inside the program. The youth leader for Health Western Area Urban, Amman Quest, say the youth lead for youth program where they partner with civil society movement against tuberculosis. Then go use it for his awareness about malaria to young people in the salon. He talk this interview to journalists them. He talk more to Khalifa to content inside this interview. The program they should continue with the try for get time Saturday. Well, whilst with the try for get time, I will come over to my studio, guest them, and I will bring in Ambassador Sheko for your winner chairman, National Youth Summit Organization. And they have to talk about the International Youth Day, winner August 12th tomorrow this year. In terms of this National Youth Day, for a start, for Una Nasaloya, we don't represent young people in the country. We know the topic we Una get for look at for present to the different stakeholder them, we know decision maker them.
Yeah, first of all, we get a theme where we call the role of young people in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic, because we understand say young people don't play a great role for say we fight COVID-19, and currently we as well fight COVID-19 for Tapan and Salon. So basically, young people they carry their own different ideas and how best they don't play different role for fight COVID-19 and in community.
So the ideas, yeah, how una be go about for gather them? Una be go to all young people in Nasalo or na certain say una do am?
Yeah, as I rightly said, we get young people from across the 16 districts. We're part of the National Youth Leadership Summit as committee members. So basically, we don't get in detail. So even they as well, they also get for raise in particular information and they are best and don't play great role for fight COVID-19. We also get sub-session that we don't develop like the economic aspects, like as well we don't forget the employment aspect we get panelists them way, the professionals, the young people them way get vast ideas on that aspect. How best we go work out job facilities for the young people and as well could be creative for like access job and the rest. So basically we also get sub sessions as I earlier on say we'll go for discuss on and so come up with recommendations where we share to young people and at the end of the day we also can put what we call the Youth Summit magazine we can share to schools, institutions, them where they can map out and get a lot of ideas them we can.
So always you talk so now waiting the young people in town and say for one to again for present tomorrow.
Exactly, because now what they don't voice out and what they don't say. So basically this document will they go develop so we can as well share them to youth young people that we can represent to myself when I can represent young people them. Now part of me discussions then basically I can quote directly from this particular document where we can pull under the Youth Summit. So specifically we can as well share them across and it can accessible on our website. You can become up any other site we get link where you can get the particular
access. Continue for the with we check for you. Inside the program they show now we try to take that insert. We will try for take outside the youth leader for health western area urban Aman Quest say the youth leader for health program with the partner with civil society movement against tuberculosis. Then we use them for its awareness but malaria to young people in Salon. I talk this inside our meeting with journalism for talk about the International Youth Day and the role where young people play inside the fight against malaria. For more on this, let we listen to Karifa to Conte.
The theme for this year International Youth Day na youth engagement for global action. As Salon they join other countries them na the world for celebrating International Youth Day. During the term where the country they in crisis like the COVID term. Civil society organization them where they work in relation to health don't they work with them partner them but see say them talk about well body business. One partner organization yeah na civil society movement against tuberculosis, CSMAT. Where don't they join hand with some young people from Freetown for raise awareness about malaria. We say one part the youth leader them for health na western area urban. Amakwis say them go use this day for raise awareness but still them where young people them for benefit from.
As we celebrate International Youth Day 2020, we youth leaders for health in Africa note that now more than ever we young people must be engaged meaningfully. We ask that we be engaged in the development and implementation of programs for sustainable development at community, national and global level. We pledge to support Agenda 2063 and Sustainable Development Goals. Our key messages to national, regional and world leaders are investing in youth is the surest pathway to achieving Africa's Agenda 2063. To achieve lasting change in health now and after COVID-19, youth leaders must be at the table in global health. Youth leaders in global health must be afforded opportunities in making decisions that affect their future. As youth leader, we pledge unwavering support towards ending the malaria epidemic, achieving universal health coverage, and creating lasting impact towards sustainable development.
Paul Bangura, now the Executive Director for Civil Society Movement Against Tuberculosis, talk more about this.
The purpose for this particular project is to empower young people to take up advocacy role, to engage our duty bearers to fulfill obligations. This project is focusing on advocating for malaria cure, prevention, and care. It's also about health system strengthening, because if we don't involve young people into our national activities, it's very difficult because we have 75% of the population across the world is young people.
Paul Bangua continues say the youth leader them for health now then they advocate for young people them to policy maker them for make them get better health system na the country.
So the Youth Leaders for Health is an advocacy project that's here to engage stakeholders, policymakers, ministers to scale up support in terms of health system strengthening, not only stopping there, but also other development strides. For this project, focus on malaria, advocating for malaria prevention. So today, this press conference actually to celebrate the International Youth Day. Wednesday the 12th is going to be celebration, it's a global celebration. So the youth leaders are starting this activity with a press conference. There's a communique that they would read, that this communique is addressed to the president and to other stakeholders. So that is a statement we have developed as well to publicity to the wider public.
Ajara to Kamara. Now one party youth leader them for health na the north end up say then they work stronger one now for advocates for young people them for get better quality and free access to malaria treatments in the country. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Karifa to contest the report.
When they come over to our studio guest them from that report today, and the program we still the listening member saying a midday show where they come to inform the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Send your message or comments to the number 077 981 981 or even our Facebook page on www.radiodemocracy.sl. May when they bring this edition come to you, my name, that's up to you, Kalon. Usman Bangura. Now that Una don't get the land, who that they hand over this land to the organization or other people may be involved?
Well, the land not to the organization, they hand over the land.
Okay.
When not to the executive.
Okay, so now we now the plan for develop this land and also for ease on our housing challenge Una don't get.
Okay, the first thing for now before they try for the being any structure that the place one for the try for demarcate the place first. Because as you know, before ever it would begin for build, you get for secure the land first. So that is our main priority for now. Once for buy, because the advice we for pin two shine board at the place and for pin bakings there, we na pillars there. And for now, one day I road it costs up to then 80 to 90,000 for 40 feet iron rod. So we need up to 20 pillars and for pin right round.
So wait una be not so the advocate for land and all things things require. Wait una be don't do first because now una don't get the land and if somebody will come in for help, una for start for it, una for begin do something for a start. Waiting the organization don't do for it. Be calling here with the talks una support una one una need for let people go do one for una.
Well, we no 100% hope to people there, but we need for share some of them things there, let people then hear. The organization, like what they say, will get monthly dues contribution where every month we contribute to ourselves. And a part of that, we can tax ourselves. We tax ourselves, but you know, anyhow, we need people their intervention.
So what do you want now?
Well, presently, we want to let people then come to we rescue for let the market the place first. Because my sister, for fight for land and not easy in this country. For go all the process they need something. So and all this while we don't do that fet day. So for now we don't get the land and one for the market that place for let people the land grabber they not go take an advantage of we. So once for try for the market that place before ever would they think about for build permanent structure. So this is our main target for now.
So how una go let people support owner the blind progressive organization for develop this land where you see government on go now?
Well, now, we not they ask for money. If anybody, anything we get for develop that land, they will receive them, want them. Not so even money, because anyhow, money way you get them, so man, the way you can like you can AI, they ask for money, na different thing. But if in the material, even at the material, people then come on board for help with for develop that place. They want the materials, want any kind of support for how develop that land. Mind
Okay.
you, yeah.
Okay, I will come back to you. Maybe you can get a contact line or I'll person go able get to know in case they were able. I'm back to you, Ambassador Sheku, for your Chairman National Youth Summit. And therefore talk about the International Youth Day in terms of the way they don't prepare. So young people we fall under the category of youth to go celebrate the International Youth Day winner tomorrow. In terms of the summit tomorrow, wait when I get for go present to people and how the summit gets for look like.
Yeah, we don't do a side event when I've been, of course, Sunday. Because that side event in for interest here we map out and know the youth leaders already participate and the key issues that we're going to discuss on tomorrow. So specifically, we don't get that three topic day, including the team where now the role of young people in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic. So as a matter of fact, we as well map out them and we don't get 1,000 young people we don't follow we and subscribe to a Zoom link we get for watch we live. And not all young people from Salon or go forget young people from right across the ECOWAS region or they follow and see basically what in Salon people they do. Of course we go for showcase key things how young people only do. We don't inside the past 2 years we don't see young people don't be very much innovative, very creative and ensure say they're able for like come up with key things and way the nation will be proud of and boost for as youth. So specifically these things they are all over for the points them out tomorrow and ensure say we celebrate young people and give them more credit so that we will believe in them and then take leadership role.
So in the topic tomorrow, the key topical issues they want to get for look at as we for present time to different stakeholders they want to do in a parliament.
Yes, key issues that we're going to talk about the role of young people as I say the team. But basically, we get to talk about employment sessions, we get to talk about innovations, we get to talk about key strategic, like the role of young people in terms of leadership from them to us, how best young people and go understand, say they're ready for take up leadership roles and change the narrative about all what we don't see because we did at the center and we see. So basically, this has a map out role where we are working see in the eyes of the youth. So specifically, na time we will also for discuss in particular issues there and come up with them as an action point.
So for this day now, a national day, I mean, what about young people in the provinces, youth them in the provinces? Any plan for them?
Yes, I rightly said before, we are solo engage young people from the 16 districts and Saloon, and they are swagger for follow we live on Zoom, and then get district sessions. So we then get for do, then get for get side sessions in different districts, and we then get for participate and engage different communities, more especially the violent stuff we don't get presently in a Salon for CRS. We go before like come and advise colleagues them.
Continue for the with you, Ambassador Sheko, for you from the National Youth Summit Organization and in the chairman. And don't need to talk about the International Youth Day tomorrow. In terms of plan, we're going to get for let youth man themselves take part and bring out issues to stakeholders the way they take or make a decision until they will get for those youth them. The program made they show they continue inside the program now. We go take some message them way on a don't send. This first one say thanks to the Basic Foundation for the support. It is timely and needed. Another message say looking forward for a great youth day tomorrow. And they also say you are doing great for young people in this country. This other message here inside the program where they say keep pushing bro, you are doing great. It say young people need this kind of inspiration. Another message inside the program, they say the disabled need more support. Giving them the land is one. The government should make sure that they build a disabled and other facilities for them. This other message here, we are going inside the program, they show this person, they say it is obvious that this disabled people cannot or will not be able to put up any better structure without the support of other people. This one say every day. Normally there is International Youth Day, but trust me, the issue about youth is always growing. What are we missing? I will stop here for now and bring in Osman Bangura. Here the message we come for now. You can respond and quickly get a contact of how somebody go contact you in case they want to go on support. But you start for respond to the message them first.
Yes, yes, ma. Like what they say, them to the textile, I tell them thinking, really, government don't give you the land, but the problem now is still solve it. We need government the help and and so yes somebody both national and international organizations then let them come to aid for able to develop that land there because as we all know salon for pin having single room or a room and the parlor is not easy. So this now I not go say this way now we as blind people then for go pin then kind structure we want like I dey say earlier want training center because we not go one for them at that place they no more we dey no more no one for develop yourself we want for cut the rates of street begging. So but if we dey and we get training center and we dey do other things and they it go see say the street begging it go minimize if we not go able cut ourselves totally.
So waiting on a contact in case possible the listen one support owner.
I dey give one the Secretary General a number 077 950 368 077 950 368 and also mail number Orange 078 088 076. I repeat 078 088 076.
So looking at this land, wait now on a first priority for put there, like in terms of something on things on go first need in terms of a structure.
Well, like what they say, for the first priority now for demarcate the place. And structure now, we need home. We need once for let they help you for develop permanent structure and like I say, training center. Also, the two religious house, both mosques and church, we need their houses and then another home they will develop.
Plenty thank you to you. Over to you, Ambassador Sheko, for your waiting people for expect to see tomorrow on this International Youth Day and how they expect youth or wait on a don't plan where young people can get for celebrate this day tomorrow.
Yes, first of all, tomorrow we celebrate 500 young people them as youth ambassadors who then get for serve as change maker, not only for Salon but within the ECOWAS state. We would celebrate them and then give them a tax for serve as a ambassador for preach peace and for ensure to take the front lead in terms of national development and take the front in all sectors with development for young people. So of course young people get for day tomorrow and mostly they get for join me on Zoom, but one for celebrate young people then because we don't feel see young people none of they celebrate them and this now a time for showcase and talent and celebrate them because we don't go through a lot and one for ensure say we map out few young people and because every year we celebrate 500 young people them it will make them as youth ambassadors in the world of parliament. So young people and that we go for map out and tomorrow we go for celebrate them. So like what you the text I say what you would miss now key things would they miss for take the front line as young people that would they miss for take responsibility would they miss for take development and say this is my country and like push them out. I should say map out key things them and push them and wait for A, B, C, and D. So that are key things you miss. So as soon as we do as well, get that particular thing say done and you realize say this is my country if you see to for put to quarter now do for do this for do ABC way bad. As soon as we get them particular methodologies and then we keep for like take the front lead and ensure say we prepare for take any leadership position as young people and start for change the narrative.
Okay. Well, please thank you to now to be my guest inside the program this afternoon. Osman Bangura from the Blind Progressive Organization and the acting coordinator. According to him, he say they don't get a state land, but they need support for develop the land in the rural area. Whose area specifically?
By the flood victim.
Okay.
Bill for
by the flood victim and they call for support for lay people supporting for put up a structure, especially housing na that side there because you see outside in there now they get serious challenge for the side them winning tap. And also to Ambassador Sheko Foyo, the chairman, National Youth Summit Organization, and we talk about the International Youth Day in terms of issues and things that we don't plan for tomorrow, where young people get for take part as tomorrow na International Youth Day, where young people all over the world get for the part of this celebration. Well, plenty thank you all to be my guest today inside the program Midday Show. And now this edition of the program Midday Show will leave you. Plenty thank you to Alex Lawrence Koma and Mike Sambola. We produce the program. DJ Clay for the technical support and Moses Cavora. Let me see we live on the Facebook page. We will bring this edition of the program Midday Show come to you this afternoon. My name is Sapti Kalon and they say stay tuned to this fine frequency. Bye bye.